Hey, folks, we are back for another episode of It's Consulting Time, where we are always bringing you a plethora of creatives, innovators, and leaders from around the globe. Purpose over popularity is our motto, and we never fail to leave you with joy, jewels, and justice. Let's chat with our special guest. Beautiful, amazing, spectacular, talented, full figured, and fine. That's what we're going to say about our guest this evening. Let me tell you something. Y'all know I'm biased. Y'all know I'm so biased because there comes a time in life when we have to accept and embrace who we are, but we also have to know who the world looks at us as. Well, Hippie Mandy, also known as Mandy, she's an artist musician who specializes in music and entertainment. Now, understand what I just said. She's an artist musician who specializes in music and entertainment. Solo singer, dancer, fashion model, motivational speaker, entrepreneur, and influencer. Guys, I introduce to you the queen, Hippie Mandy.
Hello.
Girl, let me tell you something. You're giving me all of the modern day Queen of Soul vibes, and that's how we going. That's how we going with it.
Thank you so much, Queen.
Absolutely. That's what we're doing. So, Hippie Mandy, listen, you can tell everybody who you are, and then let's dive right in.
Well, I am, like you said, Hippie Mandy. I'm the queen. I would usually go by the queen of modern day funk. But you know, what you said pretty much specified, you know, who I am as an artist and as a lady in general. You know, I like to, you know, embrace and you know, influence my community and you know, put the crowns on the queens and kings' head, especially the ones that deserve it, like yourself.
Well, thank you. So, all right. You know, reading your bio was so fun. You know, it was straight and to the point. So let's really dig in. And I don't want to talk about the history of this journey first. I want to talk about the skills that you have that you feel are most useful in the entertainment industry as a whole. What do you feel that are your strengths in this entertainment industry?
Well, one, my stand power, because you gotta have stand power to be in this industry, as we all know. I feel like what I bring to the table, you know, is my biggest investment. It's my life, my career. You know, I basically feel like I came equipped, you know, because as an artist and as a woman, you know, I always put, like I said, I put my crown on myself, you know, before I put it on the people that I love and the people around me that I feel as though, you know, that has pulled me this far, you know, and you know, as a CEO, I just feel like, you know, it's I don't know, it's a whole lot, I promise. You know, I can't even really break down everything right now, but
absolutely.
But you know, it's just, as far as influence for me, you know, everything that I've basically put into my work as a person, I basically brought all of me with me.
Yes, yes. So let's focus in on the music real quick. Would you agree that it is very important to learn, study, and understand old music and music history in the cultivation of music?
Indeed. I mean, I live for old school. It's old school. I mean, my whole playlist is old school. I mean, I really don't have a lot of new music in my playlist. I mean, I do have new music, but I don't have a whole lot of it. I mean, like I say, like 95% of my music is old school.
And you know, it's so interesting because, you know, we use the term old school, but with all the sampling going on, to be honest, old school is now new school because people are really using the samplers to really bring life to their music. And I'm just like, yes, this is what I'm talking about, you know? Now, you reference yourself as the queen of funk, right? How would you describe the music that you typically create? If we remove funk, how else would you describe the music that you typically create? Because you got a catalog already.
Yes, thank you. I would describe my music as, I mean, the true definition of art, to tell you the truth, because I mean, I couldn't see it. I really couldn't put my music in one genre, you know. I mean, I've not only used other beats from, you know, from producers like PBJ. You know, these are new producers, by the way. You know, I kind of get around with other producers to make sure that I'm not only supporting myself, I support the artists and engineers. But I've used other artists. I mean, not other artists. I'm sorry, other producers' beats and my own. So you know, I kind of mix the genres and mix the energy so that I could basically put art together in music so that it creates history for modern day music.
So 4 albums, 9 singles, and 1 EP, all released in 8 months.
Yes.
Explain to us how you do it. I mean, walk us through it.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy, to tell you the truth. I mean, at least coming from me, I don't really know how a lot of people operate, but I mean, coming from me, you know, it was like a walk in the park. It was like, you know, you just when you really into something, it's like, how can I put it? It's like, say, like if like, do you draw? Okay. What's something that you really love to do?
Oh, I play the piano. Play the piano. Uh-huh.
The piano, right? And you know, and you really into them keys.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm really into songwriting. Like I could write the mess out of a song, create the heck out of a beat. You know what I'm saying? So as long as it's music and it's something I could jam to, something I could feel, it come right out like water.
Yes.
You know. So when I did all of that, I mean, these are songs that I had already wrote since I was younger, since I was still in high school, since I was still in middle school.
So they were just sitting there brewing and marinating.
And then I also had a whole lot of things going on in my life where I was so emotional. I had writer's block at some point, but then a beat came on, and it was a beat that I really felt. And I was like, nah, this. And I started writing. I was about to feature one of my cousins. Well, my cousins, you know, couldn't come through. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this beat my #1. And that was Don't Give Up, Queen. I was like, I want to motivate all the queens out here going through what I'm going through and worse to pick themselves up no matter what. Because without you, there will, you know, without you loving you, there will really be no love.
That's true.
And in my case, that set me off the multiple music. Multiple songs and multiple albums. I mean, I just recorded, whatever I felt, freestyle some of this stuff, all of that. And I mean, and I could just listen to music and memorize the lyrics within 2 days. So it was, yeah. So for me, it was like a walk in the park. I mean.
So what was the role of music in the early years of your life? Because I know you said you know, have been writing songs, you know, since you were in high school. But prior to that, as a kid, you know, what would we find you listening to?
Janet Jackson, Aaliyah, Tupac. You know, being a Tupac, our birthday is a day apart. So you know, I have my playlist. Then Kendrick Lamar, when he came out, because he was out when I had just started high school, but I was listening to him prior because he had mixtapes out with, I forgot, but I think it was him and J. Cole that was together. But they had music out when I was still in middle school and all that stuff. So I was listening to them. But then before that, I mean, I had people like Eazy-E. I was listening to Nipsey Hussle before he even became big, like popular.
Wow. So you really indulged and, you know, got deep in the music, and you really made sure you understood what was going on. And that is so, so, so important. All right. So Hippie Mandy, if you could change anything about the industry today, what would it be?
First and foremost, you got to boss up. No more contracts. I would take out the contracts immediately, because I feel like a lot of the contracts are getting over on a lot of artists and stopping them from fulfilling what they could really do if they all got together.
Okay.
Like, I feel like, and I'm not really gonna go too deep in that because I don't want to say too much.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But really, you know, if I could change trap music, I would. And it's not against trap music as a sound, but it's something against it as us talking about killing each other.
Yep.
You know, and I feel like we as people should get along. We should love each other and teach each other why we should love each other.
Indeed. Wow.
Oh, first, because a lot of people just hopping in the industry and worry about the money. You got to educate yourself before you just hop on a mic. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't think about that.
That's it. You know, guys, Hippie Mandy has really given you a wealth of information in a short period of time. Now, let's go back. She has a total of 4 albums, 9 singles, and 1 EP that she released all in 8 months. You know, she is working hard to bring communities back together. She is definitely a pillar for the people, and her music is for the people. So Mandy, let everybody know where they can find you on social media, your music, and then let us know if you have anything coming up.
Most definitely. You can find me on Instagram at Stylistic Entertainment, and at Hippie Nation 98. You can find me on Twitter at Mandy Brand 98 and Facebook at Stylistic Entertainment.
Absolutely. Guys, you have to tap in. DMV native, making it do what it do, well known all over the DMV. She educates the community on self-care, self-respect, and freely speaking on social and environmental awareness. And that's why she's here with us on It's Consulting Time, where we provide an opportunity for people to speak freely and consciously without fear of retribution. Mandy, thank you so much for being with me today. And lo and behold, Queen MJ put this together. So we definitely want to shout her out. She always doing something amazing. But we salute you for everything that you're doing and everything that's coming up.
Amen. And shout out to MJ. Thank you so much. Couldn't have done this without you.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
Without Young Hump.
Okay. Tell them again what they checking out.
Oh, you talking about the song in general?
Yeah.
The point for Young Hump.
Yes. All right, guys, make sure you tap in once again. Hippie Mandy, she definitely has the plan. Featuring Young Hump. Some of her other top songs, Want You featuring Chris Clark, You Can't Handle Me, Worthy, and Don't Give Up Queen. But remember, all you gotta do is go over there to whatever platform you stream on and stream Hippie Mandy today. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.